Okay. Dark Side of the Moon, Season 5, Episode 16.
Take 2.
Yeah, the first one was way too long.
So, we're going to cut the crap and just get straight to the points. Okay. This episode was just a big ol' aww.
And then a bunch of,
because there was that Dean was going to kill these people because he killed Sammy and him, and mostly because they killed Sammy. Even friends of Dean's that knew. And
yeah.
Big ol' that one of Dean's heaven memories was that little Sammy and him in the car and fireworks and burning down a field.
And then Sam's memory of Thanksgiving dinner with his pervy girlfriend.
Yeah. And Dean with his mother.
Yes. Oh, which was so sweet. He's been cleaning up John's messes since he was little.
But he loves his hugs.
He loves his hugs.
I would love to hug him before the end of this episode.
I would have loved to hug him at that moment. Which by the way, I love Cash in the TV and Cash in the radio.
Yeah, and the radio in the car, yeah.
That was great.
You know what I love? I love Bones.
He was cute.
He was such a cute puppy, though. I want to know where Bones came from.
And where Bones went.
Where did Bones go after Sammy left?
Who took care of him?
Something happened to Bones?
Anyway, and then that went to the night that Sam left for Stanford.
Yeah.
Which poor Dean is just crushed as he watches all these memories.
Yeah.
But it's okay because we got to see Ash.
Yep, the luchador.
I love Ash.
And his heaven with the roadhouse and beer and
explaining about how
heaven is multiple heavens,
except for in special cases, like soulmates.
I could swear I could hear those fangirls scream.
Exactly. And he mentions how it's good to see Sam and Dean again. So that answers the question about where did they go every time they died.
Besides just the one time they showed us Dean in hell.
Exactly.
I mean, because he died like 1,000 times in just one episode alone. Anyways, and from there we ran into a no longer blind Pamela.
Who was awesome.
Until she started preaching to Dean about, maybe heaven isn't such a bad place for these people to go. When, Michael and Lucifer had their throwdown. Which kind of made us think, were angels making her say this? Because she was a little bit way too mellow.
But then, Dean concluded she was still upset about them getting her killed.
But Ash?
He's cool with it. Oh, goodness. Oh, and I have to say something about Pamela totally making out with Dean before he left.
She's perved on Sam's butt before. I think we're even now.
I know.
She wasn't already dead. Now we would definitely demand her head on a plate. Because she's felt up Sam's awesome butt, and now she's been all over Dean's pretty mouth, and
yeah, it's just inappropriate. You said pretty.
I did. He has a prettier mouth than most guys, than most women.
Oh yeah, and then we get to Zachariah being a perv.
Yeah, speaking of pervy.
But they're saved by Joshua.
Or, as people know, Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
I seriously thought it was God showing up.
That was, yeah.
And then it was just Joshua. But Joshua had a message for everybody.
But first, I have to hit on his whole, how he is with that rap thing. Anyway, he had a message for Sam and Dean.
And Cass.
Stop looking.
Back off.
He saved you. He put you on that plane. He brought back Cass. Now back up. He knows what they're doing.
He's apparently on Earth, but by the end of this episode, we don't think anybody's going to go looking for him. No. Maybe Sam will. Maybe Sam will pull his necklace out of the trash where Dean throws it when he gets back to Earth, thanks to Morgan Freeman. Joshua.
Gee. Poor Cass is mopey central now. Poor baby. But I love how Sam went to comfort him and then he went poof.
Yeah. Don't I love how Dean was a pain in the butt.
I'm so sick of Dean. That goes far beyond anything that Sam has ever done.
You know, back in season 4, when Sam was being like Dean is now, I was thinking about seriously consider switching sides to Dean. Not anymore. I'm good in Sammy land.
And a Dean fangirl at heart, I'm so hurt by what Dean did. Out of all the things that Sam has done, they were forgivable. But what Dean did, that was not...
He might as well just told Sam to just go die.
Yeah. I mean, the only way it's forgivable is if he himself turns around, walks back in that door, picks up the necklace, apologizes to Sam, and puts it back on. And we see him wearing it in the next episode. I mean it.
I better see somebody wearing it. I better see Sam wearing it, you know, because he went and picked it up out of the trash, or having it in his pocket or something.
Exactly. This is not appropriate.
This is not
anyway,
cool.
And next week's episode.
99 Problems.
The 99th episode.
One episode before our big party. Y'all got your party planned, right?
Yep, we got ours.
Yeah.
Anyway. So while Sam and Dean are trapped by hunters, but are trapped by demons, but are saved by a town militia who are preparing themselves to fight for the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who have taken the idea of putting holy water in super soakers way beyond.
In a very awesome way.